Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of September 2020. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck, and then I will close out your reading, Scorpio, with a magical messages from the fairies oracle card. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm feeling really anxious for you, Scorpio. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm going to take it as a positive. That means there's something that we need to get into. There's something that we need to pay attention to. I'll say that. So, what do we need to know for the sign of Scorpio? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. Which way did this came out sideways? I'm going to take it like that. Did a card flip over? I thought I saw a card flip over. Okay. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Scorpio? Okay. As it relates to money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance for the month of September 2020. All right, Scorpio, so you've got some big things going on as we move into the new month of September. It looks like you've kind of broken free of something that was holding you back emotionally. Emotional hurt, emotional pain, even I could say betrayal, emotional trauma on some level. You know, it was hurtful. There was something that hurt you very deeply. However, here's the thing though, you're moving past it, you're healing, you're letting go, you're rebuilding your life, you're kind of shifting that pain, you're utilizing the lessons that were presented to you, probably in a very hurtful way. And look at these cards. These are all very, very good. I'm also getting the sense too, Scorpio, that you something broke down, okay? And I don't know if this is something in your personal life or if this is something like an object, but I'm getting the words something was broken down, something broke down. Now it could be you emotionally, could be something inanimate like a car, you know, or a piece of machinery, something like that, but something broke down. And that breakdown was a turning point for you. It was a shift in awareness. It was like coming to the realization that you are your own savior, and you don't need to give people space in your life when they're not deserving, worthy, or trustworthy. And I don't know why that came through, but it did. And I'm feeling like you're really on the path to not only overcoming, but really kind of rising above whatever this was that was broken or broken down. We have the Magician here. Now, you really are the alchemist, Scorpio. You have everything you need to create the life that you want. You have everything, you have all the tools necessary in order to be, you know, or have or do anything. And you need to remember that, especially as we move into this first week of September. The Five of Cups, though, you know, you're still very emotional about something. You may have regrets. It's going to be okay. This is not a permanent answer for whatever it was. You may have a temporary regret about something that happened recently in the emotional sense. But you're going to have to see that you're going to have to let that go, because it's creating some type of, or it did create a block for you financially, right? Because this is all about in the context of money. This is all about in the context of wealth, about abundance, about being prosperous. So I want you to know that you have all the tools you need to make as much money as you want to make. You just have to really let go of some type of emotional resistance, because really that's what's holding you back. It's not because you don't have an opportunity. It's not because you're not smart enough. It's because you have these emotional blockages that could be tripping you up. Now, the good thing is we have the Lovers and we have the World card. Two very positive, strong cards. The Lovers talks about a divine connection, coming together, a passion project, love, hope, joy, really just coming together in a way that is so beautiful and is so positive and is so enjoyable for you. The World also means literally the world is showing up for you. The world is at your feet. The World also talks about the end of a cycle, which means, yes, you are moving out of the cocoon and emerging as the beautiful butterfly. Things just kind of come together. You're going to feel this huge awakening, this huge shift for yourself and for the people around you too, as we move into the first week of September. This is beautiful. Finally, you're going to have some things showing up for you. May not be that exciting, but at least there's opportunities to make money. You're going to have more than one opportunity to make money, so get ready for it. The Four of Cups talks about, you know, you're being presented with something. It may not be your first choice, it may not be your second choice, but hey, it's still a choice nonetheless. All right, Scorpio, so let's see what else shows up for you as we move into September 2020. What else do we need to know for the sign of Scorpio? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of September 2020. What else do we need to know for the sign of Scorpio? All right, Scorpio, once we move into the second week of September, you're going to see that things kind of start slowing down. Now, it's not because you're not taking action and you're not doing work. It's just because of the timing of the circumstances. Now, this could be frustrating, especially as it relates to your work and your money, because it seems like you're putting things into place, you're doing what you got to do, but yet things are still taking a lot longer than what you think they should take. The Knight of Swords here is all about things. Sometimes things happen, you know, fast, and sometimes things unhappen just as fast. So you're going to have to really just kind of ride it out and just do your best to kind of maintain, you know, stability in the best way that you can, because you're not going to be able to control the timing of things. That's what I'm seeing here most importantly. Now, we also have the Ace of Swords here in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse talks about a definite pause or a definite delay or a definite something blocking something from progressing forward. Now, this could be a job, it could be a new project, it could be an investment. The deal is not going to go through for some reason. Now, this has nothing to do with you, or it could be something to do with you. But just know that whatever is put into place, something is literally going to like stop the movement, stop the motion, stop the progression. We have the Three of Swords here in the reverse. Now, the Three of Swords in the reverse talks about healing from heartbreak and disappointment. I always see these two cards come up together when someone is on the path of healing forgiving and releasing and learning the lessons that they needed to learn for whatever reason. This is a good card along with this, as long as they're in the reverse, because that tells me that the painful part is over. Now it's about rebuilding. It's about releasing. It's about really kind of having a new mindset and a new idea about how you're going to carry on, you know, as you recover from something that was so traumatic or so painful. Again, this affects our money. So, you know, I do talk about these things because a lot of people just want to know about, you know, am I going to make money? Am I going to get a job? You know, is my investment going to pay off? Well, if you do things as part of a well-planned, you know, action, you don't do things so much based on emotion. It's like you make really solid decisions that are not emotionally driven, because we all know money has huge emotions tied to it, and when our emotions are not healthy, then our spending and our money decisions aren't always healthy. So that's why I like to kind of, you know, merge these two together. Now we also have the Seven of Cups here, which means, again, you're going to have a lot of choices showing up. You're going to have options, probably more options than what you even need, or maybe even than what you're comfortable with. Now when it comes to money, this is good because you're going to see several directions you can go. You know, maybe you'll have several job offers. Maybe you're choosing between several properties if you're doing real estate. Are you trying to decide which investment, which stocks? Whatever the case may be, you're going to have a lot of choices showing up for you once we hit that second week of September. We also have the Justice card here. Now the Justice card is all about choices. It's also about you trying to figure out the best choice and making the best decision for you right now. Whatever you decide, it's going to be the right one, okay? So don't put too much pressure on yourself. The Justice card in the upright position talks about a positive outcome to any decision that you're making, whether it be illegal. If you're in a legal situation, that means it's gonna be a positive outcome. Or if it's just you making a decision about your life, don't stress about it. Whatever you decide is correct for you right now, okay? And you're gonna have to trust and believe in that, because I'm clearly seeing that that is the case, especially if it's something money related. All right, so let's go ahead, Scorpio, and continue on. As you can see, some cards here were showing up. Interesting, we've got some repeaters here. Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Cups. Okay, okay. All right, so let's see what else we need to know for the sign of Scorpio. Another repeater. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. Okay. All right, so I guess things have to be reiterated. Things have to be drilled in, so to speak, is what I'm getting intuitively, just because we have repeater cards here. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Again, things happen fast, things unhappen fast. That's what I'm getting here, okay? So when it comes to things happening as it relates to your money, as it relates to your wealth, be very careful about taking things at face value, I guess is the warning I should say. Just because it looks like you win, don't react so hastily. Make sure you did win before you spend that money, okay? I'm getting the sense that sometimes things happen quick, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they stay in that state or in that position, okay? So I'm really, I guess, more so giving you a heads up. Allow things time to kind of solidify before you actually make a decision or an interpretation or take action. Five of Cups here. See, I told you about this here. You were feeling some type of feeling of regret towards the beginning of the month, but here all of that gets resolved by the time we hit the second half of September, okay? So this was all temporary. You know, you're feeling a little about something, and the whole situation gets resolved here by the time we hit the 3rd week of September. So that's really, really good. We also have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This is another good card in the reverse position because it talks about a breaking away from a limiting lack mindset. A lot of times money is all about mindset. Here, you're releasing thoughts of lack, limitations, poverty, whatever. This is really good. It shows that you're making progress in the way you think about your money. Now, even people who are millionaires sometimes struggle with this, and I know it sounds odd, but I know it's true because I've talked to these people. You know, some people think that they only have $1 million, that they don't have enough, and they, you know, tend to be very, very worried or fearful about their money. Same with someone who has $2. You know, it's never about the amount. It's all about the energy and the beliefs that you have in relation to your money. So I just want you to be aware of that. Finally, we have the 7 of Cups. Again, it fell right on the 7 of Cups. You're going to continue to have more options, more choices, more offers coming your way. This is very, very good because the next card is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands means a new opportunity, or finally seeing some progress, seeing some results from something that you put into place not too long ago. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. This is exciting, and it's going to be good. Things are going to start progressing. Things are going to start happening, and things are definitely going to start paying off for you. You know, it's like you've been waiting, and you're finally going to start seeing some, I guess, return on your investment, we should say. Next, we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles talks about, you know, sometimes you're feeling a little discouraged as it relates to work. It's okay. This is temporary. This is not going to be your main attitude, you know, forever. But this is normal. You know, it's okay. But don't allow this to allow you to abandon something. Just because you're feeling a little disenchanted about your work today doesn't mean you should quit, okay? It doesn't mean you should give up or let it go. Just know that these moods and these feelings and these ups and downs are entirely normal, and it's not something to base a permanent decision on. All right, Scorpio, let's see what else shows up for you as we move through the last week of September. Okay. So what else do we need to know? For the sign of Scorpio. I'm feeling like, see, when this card came out, it was right side up, but then it fell and it went upside down. I first saw it right side up, so that's where I'm going to lock it in. All right, so as we close out September, Scorpio, things look really, really good. There's a new edition coming. 8 of Swords, again, breaking through limiting beliefs. This is very, very good in the in the reverse position because it's talking about releasing negativity. It's talking about not being bound by limiting beliefs, not being a prisoner of negative thinking. Okay, this is really good. 2 of Cups talks about a separation or parting of ways in some way, shape, or form. I feel like this is work related too. There's 2 people going in different directions here, or 2 things going in different directions. Things amicably separating, or, you know, kind of disconnecting. Again, I feel like this is work. Could be somebody leaving the workplace, somebody quitting. It could also be too where you decide that, you know, maybe you're just not going to do this anymore. And because this is a 2, it could be like a secondary job, like a side hustle, a side gig, where you decide, this isn't working anymore. I know a lot of people are going through that, where, you know, they had second jobs with like Instacart, Uber, whatever, and for some reason they're deciding they don't want to do it anymore. Not because, you know, they don't need the money, but the grind is just sometimes not worth it. You know, it's not worth it to run yourself into the ground for a few extra dollars. Now, I know we all could use extra money. That's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, don't chase the dollar at the expense of your health and your well-being, okay? I feel like that message needed to come through for somebody, because I feel like somebody is struggling with this. They're struggling whether or not to let go of the side gig because they really need the money. However, they're just deeply unhappy and deeply burnt out doing the work, and it's almost not worth the money, okay? Just remember that you can always create an opportunity to make money for yourself, and you don't have to do it at the expense of your health or your emotional or your mental well-being. Next we have the Fool here. Again, the Fool here talks about not going in a certain direction that you thought was going to be exciting and fun. This could be related to this Two of Cups here. You know, we talked about letting go of something. The Fool talks about just totally going in a different direction, or just not pursuing the path that they once were very excited about. Now, this is really, you know, sometimes this is hard for people because they were all excited and gung-ho about something, and then they realize, oh, this is not going to work. And yeah, it sounds good, but it's just not for me. Maybe it's good for someone else, but right now it's just not working for me. And you have to be okay with those types of decisions, Scorpio. You know, it's one of those things where you just kind of accept it for what it is, and then you move on to something bigger, better, and hopefully greater. But let's look at these two cards here. These are what's exciting. As we close out the month of September, there's a new addition here. Now, this could literally mean a new addition to the family. It could be pregnancy. But I'm seeing here that there's going to be a new addition to your life in some way. Now, this could be financial. This could also be a new job. It could also be a new partner, a new relationship. It could also be a new opportunity, which I see is probably more so the case because of the cards that it's touching. The Ace of Wands here, Seven of Cups here, and it's right next to this Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is the lucky card. This is the card of, you know, unexpected good luck, serendipity. I love when this card shows up because it always gets me excited. So I want you to be excited, Scorpio, because by the time we close out September, something amazingly good is going to come up, you know, come up for you. It's going to show up for you. It's going to happen, you know. But the trick about this card, though, is like it's usually not something we can predict, and it's not something that we really had any type of idea about. You know, sometimes it's something so random that we are just like, wow, that's great, I'll take it. So get ready, Scorpio, get ready. Again, like I said, with this Empress card, there's a new addition coming. Okay, that's all I'm going to say because that's all I'm getting from the card intuitively. I think that's going to resonate with a lot of you, which is probably why I'm not getting any more specifics other than there's a new addition coming. Okay, there's a new addition coming for you, Scorpio, by the time we close out September. So I just want you to really know that you have something good to look forward to, you know, and things are going to be very positive and very much a blessing for you in this month. Whew, okay, let's go ahead and close out your reading, Scorpio, with a magical messages from the Fairies Oracle card. I feel like I want to just pull one out. Oh my gosh. Now, you guys saw the card of pregnancy showed up here, and I was talking about that could be the Empress card here. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. Now, I want to throw out a little disclaimer because obviously pregnancy is not going to apply to everyone watching this. But for those of you who this does apply to, this is very beautiful. But I think that's why with this card here, intuitively, I was getting a new addition, a new addition, a new addition to your family, to your life in some way, something that, you know, blesses you and the world. It could be a new puppy, you know, it could be a new kitten, whatever the case may be. But I just want you to know that I am taking this. For some of you, maybe pregnancy. For others of you, The Empress card just talks about a new addition to your life. A blessing to your life is being added in some way. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. And I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. We will do it all again next month.